Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our Corridor Drywall player profile. Tonight we have Cael Fiderlein for the Bears. And Cael, tough loss Friday night up in Solon as he took on Cascade. Comeback came up just short for you guys.
Yeah, we showed some pretty good fight, I thought. It was a grinder. We got our offense going early, but we couldn't finish some drives. Missed some field goals, which hurt us. But I was proud of everyone for fighting till the end.
Well, you guys found out during the day on Friday. What was that like? I mean, when did you get the word that, hey, we're not playing at home, we're going to have to go up to Solon? And then how did you respond to be able to still get ready to come out for the game?
Yeah, we found out pretty early in the morning, and I think everyone got pumped up. We had our group chat, fired up. We were talking about playing on some turf for probably the first time for some of these kids, but we were all excited and ready to go.
Well, when you get up there, like you said, moved the ball, got inside the red zone several times, just couldn't quite come away with those points. What are you guys looking at this week to be able to finish off those drives and be able to get those points onto the scoreboard?
We're looking to punch it in the mouth. I mean, we haven't really done that very well this year yet, and we're trying to get our running game going best possible, and I think that's going to be huge for us in the red zone.
Well, speaking of that, that's something you made the change in the offseason, headed inside to offensive line at guard. Talk a little bit about that change, what prompted it, and how that's gone for you so far this year.
Yeah, it got mentioned. We had a big senior class, obviously. One of the coaches came up to me and asked if I'd like to transition, and I said, whatever fits the team best, I'll do it for you. And, putting on some weight and getting some technique down, because I've never really done that. But it's also kind of fun because my dad played the same position I'm playing now, so it's tradition all the way.
Yep, wearing the same number that he wore back in the day too.
Yep.
So keeping him proud there. Defensive side, playing linebacker, you've been getting in on pretty much every play it seems like this year. What's your focus? What's your mindset over on that side of the football?
We always talk about just doing our job. That's what we always talk about on defense, doing our job, and I mean just staying home and committing to your run gap. Think run first, and then once the pass comes, you get out and cover it. But just staying really disciplined on defense.
Well, and then of course you've been doing all the kicking duties the last couple of years. When did you start learning or start wanting to do some of the kicking stuff?
Freshman year, Drew Cornwell was here with Bo, and he did some good stuff for me because I was barely kicking it over the goalpost, and now it's going pretty well.
Well, talk about Friday night. Obviously, first time on turf for the season, wet, slippery, all kinds of crazy things. I know, unfortunately, I had a couple that just missed. What was that like up there, trying to be able to get those kicks to go through?
It was a little different, but, I mean, that's an excuse. Never really kicked on turf for a couple of years now, but they were close, but not good, obviously. Yeah, it was different just being on a turf field, and, yeah, we'll make them next time, hopefully. It was pretty embarrassing, but, yep, we'll get them next time.
We'll get them next time. So, as a senior captain, leadership, what kinds of things are you trying to do to help bring these young guys along? Coach Peterson's talked a lot about experience and maturity for some of these young guys. What are you trying to do personally to be able to be that example for them?
Really just trying to feed them confidence. A lot of it is confidence and experience. We try and get as much experience as possible during practice, but once we get to the game, we got to, cheer them up and get them ready, and it's been fun with the young guys. A lot of them know what they're doing, and they're doing a pretty good job for the most part. So just a lot of confidence, building them up and getting them ready to go.
Obviously, football, a very big part of what you do. How about some other things? Is there any clubs or teams or anything else that you do with your time here at school?
We have a fight club.
Fight club? That's a new one. Does that replace the chess club?
Yeah, pretty much, but can't talk about it.
The first rule of Fight Club. So, excellent. Future. Before you know it, this crazy 2020 is going to become 2021, and then before you know it, you'll be walking out of the doors, graduating. What's next year hold for you? Any ideas yet?
Hopefully going to play some football. We'll see what happens. Not really sure where I'm going yet. We're still letting that play out, but hopefully play some football and do some schooling, hopefully.
Talk about that process just a little. I mean, obviously, I've seen from Twitter that you've been going on some visits, getting some different offers. What's that like going around and seeing some of these schools?
It's definitely it's interesting. It's nice to see all the different, types of colleges and everything that's going on. Everything's changed. You get to go in and see what's going on in the middle of COVID, and it's definitely different to get out there and experience some different colleges.
Have you thought any about what a future major might be, or are you still focused on just the football aspect of things for now?
Thinking about in forensics forensics, somewhere in science. I'm not really sure yet, but somewhere in that area.
Well, you got plenty of time to think about that. Obviously, all the focus is on Wilton right now. We're looking forward to it. Cael, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That is Cael Fiderlein, tonight's Corridor Drywall player profile. We'll be back with more of the pregame right after this. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.